All right, so last month, as I've discussed in a previous video, last month I did 20,000 steps per day. All right, and I was like, we got to do 20,000, right? And if I do maybe, what do you call it? Maybe 32,000, 33,000. I'll get to 1,000,000 steps in a month, but that's kind of hard. So I sort of went into September thinking, most likely, let me see, is this recording? It is recording. I went into September thinking, gee whiz, I probably can't do 30,000. I don't want to do 20,000. It's kind of a hassle, Let me just see what happens. And then, let's see here. And then I think maybe on the 5th over here, did 10,000. I also got like really bad food poisoning for a day, I just couldn't really, I wasn't that hungry. I was kind of feeling like, meh. I'll spare you the details. Well, we'll give some details about the food poisoning. I thought it was just diarrhea initially. I was like, oh, I rushed down to the bathroom and let's just say things were done in there. I got like an adrenaline rush from pooping. And it was just like, I sweated it out and stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't know, that's weird. Usually if I start feeling kind of nauseous and I get like an adrenaline rush like that, it's because I'm gonna vomit. But hey, I'm like, okay, a little bit of poop is fine. And I felt really good. So, and I wasn't hungry or anything, but I had some tea or something, just some liquid, just drink that a little bit. And, it just got progressively worse from then on, And I thought, oh, maybe I can go swimming, I can go, I just got worse and worse. And then I finally went out to the tub. I could only crawl out to the upstairs bathroom tub and just projectile vomiting. And it's like, I didn't eat very much that day because I was already feeling kind of sick. It was just like, bah. Now, thankfully, I aimed, oh, hi, bird. You're running away from my stories now. So, thankfully, everything was in the tub, and I started feeling a little better after that, and it got a little better. But the point is, September was not off to a good start because of that. I may have entertained notions of maybe I could do 20 again, but that's kind of hard. And but it's okay. 13,000 is okay. It's respectable. 6.5 per day. That's great. And now that it's going to be fall weather, it's still hot, right? I mean, it's still warm even at night, but it's going to start to be not so super hot. I might start hiking again out in the boondocks. I might do a couple of videos from there as well. But that's basically it. I didn't really want to go out of my way and do 20,000. One of these months, I might want to do 1,000,000, but that's tough, The problem with 1,000,000 is that's well over 30,000 a day. And if things were quiet in the morning and the noon, you could always say, okay, let's do an hour in the morning, hour at noon. It kind of adds up. But sort of doing it, I don't know. That's a tough one. I do want to do it at some point, but I'm not in a rush to do it. And it does seem like you kind of have to plan around it. And then if it rains for 2 weeks straight, you're kind of screwed because I don't want to walk in, floodwaters and stuff, Speaking of terrible LED lights, oh my goodness, that's awful. So that's really the update. Compared to, I started doing, see, that was only 9,000, right? And again, because of I don't know if I mentioned it before, but because of the, hold on, let's see here. Let's see, we got up to 10,000. Oh, look at that confetti. That's fun. So here's a fun thing. I might have mentioned this last time, but precisely because There's a little thing here that says you're in the top 4%. I think it's per week. You know, average daily step count for the last 7 days include. Yeah, okay. And I noticed I was in the top 40 or 50%. I'm like, oh, what does this go? So only because of this stupid thing, that button or that thing that says you were in the top whatever percent, I'm like, oh, I can do 10,000 a day. And well, looks like I've done that for the last year. Because it was, hold on. Okay. Because yeah, that was October of last year that I said, screw it. I'm actually going to do more than my 9,000 that I used to do here, right? That's when it started. Now, there were some months where I went out of my way, but no, I said a year ago. So really, it's a year update of me doing this, you know, of me doing well over 10K steps. I guess that's it. So even the September is kind of, you can kind of eyeball the graph. It's actually a lower month, not the lowest thus far in the last year, but probably third lowest. I'm looking at it. Still good. 13,000. 31 days, 13.4 is pretty good. You know. Ooh, in fact, I forgot. I almost forgot. There's a Samsung thing that's pretty dumb. I don't know why I do it, but go back here. There's a together thing. And, ooh, join now, see? This is some new thing. You can do global rankings here. These people are cheating so much. Like, look at this crap. You look at, congratulations, I'm in the top 19. Yeah, this is serious walkers. This is not the general population here. You know, doing 13,000 a day is really not going to get you to that. But if you do 20,000, I think I was in the top 10,000 or 20,000. Right. But the point is, you look at like number 1 or something. And again, the number is, if you do 1 million steps a month, that is 1 million steps a month is basically 30,000 a day, right? That's tough. But look at the number ones. 2.9 million steps in a month. That's like 100,000 a day. You're walking 10 hours a day. I find that hard to believe. I find that very hard to believe. Because what I've noticed with this thing is, if you shake this, if you go like this, right? You shake it, you simulate a step. It continues counting it. So, if you have a machine that essentially rocks it back and forth like that, you could simulate steps with it, right? I don't know if that's what's going on. I don't know why anybody would want to be number 1 here. You don't get anything for it. I guess you have bragging rights to who knows, you know. But that's just kind of crazy, you know. 2.9 million. Anyways, I think that's it. 13,000 steps a day. Pretty good. And yeah.